Hey, Nathan here from PH Studios, and welcome back to another tower defense tutorial covering the game engine. Last tutorial we discussed the tower statistics and upgrade statistics, and I mentioned that for this video we were going to do the map class. I'm actually going to hold off on that class for a few more tutorials yet. That class is going to be the biggest class we will ever create for the game, next to the user interface command info bar. So I want to save those until close to the very end. So I want to work on some of the side classes that we will use, like the video manager and audio manager and session info. And then when I have 2 hours to make the map video, I will go ahead and do that video. So that video will be a few tutorials down the line. I will replace that with the video manager and audio manager videos, and we'll go ahead and code those now. Alright, so first one's up is the video manager, and what we will do here is just create a way to manage our video. When we play the game, you see my PH Studios introduction video up here, and it plays the video. Alright, so just like every single class, we need to add a couple of using statements. And the ones we need to add are .media, .content, .graphics, and then the main XNA framework using statement here. So be sure to add those 4 using statements, and then we should be good to go. Alright, now XNA does come with a video player on its own, and we will use that in the video manager. We don't really need to create our own video player because XNA framework comes with a video player. So let's create a property for a public access video player, and let's just call it player. Now we will get and private set Alright, so now we have the player that will actually play the video. We also need to be aware of what video is actively playing. So that will be a video object. Remember, that's built into the XNA framework as well. Active video, get and private set. Okay, so to make things easier on the video manager, it needs to know how does it get access to the videos. If you're designing the game in a certain way, you want access to all the videos in a single location, so you can tell video manager, hey, I want to play this video. It knows what folder to look into. So we will store that in the string property, content folder, get and private set. Okay, so when we play a video, it will actually play, and when we draw the video, we actually need to get the texture, the current texture of the video. Remember, all a video is a series of textures going in a certain frame rate. Some occur at 24 frames per second, some occur at 29.97 frames per second, but it's a series of still images occurring in that frame rate. So we need to get the active texture, and then we draw that to the screen. Now, whenever we have any textures, we need to have a position where we want to draw it to. So we need to have a public vector2 for a position, get and private set. So we have get and private set for the position as well. Okay, so we have states on our managers. Our video manager and audio manager will have states to determine if it's playing or if it's stopped or if it's paused or whatever the current status is. So for the video manager, we just primarily want to know if it's done playing. If it's done playing, we might want to start the main menu screen in my case. In your case, you might want to start like a different video. If you have advertisements that you want to add to your game, you can do it that way. You can have one advertisement, another advertisement, and your website logo, for example, and then the menu screen. So we can do that by having a public boolean and is done playing. Now this will use the built-in states from the XNA framework. So it will return player.state is equal to mediastate.stopped. So just a quick way to get to this logic here. Alright, so we do have the content folder, but we need to have a reference to our content manager. Whatever we use to load the video, we will need to use content manager to do that. It will be private, so I do not need to write private here. You can if you want to, but you don't need to write private there. So it'll be get and set. Alright, so for managers and systems, like the particle system, screen system, video manager, and audio manager, those classes will only have one instance. They should only have one instance. In that case, if you're down the line and you have a class that needs access to the video manager, but does not already have access to it, you can get access to it by using a programming technique some people refer to as Singleton. Now the Singleton will be used when cases like managers and systems that only have one object associated with it. You can set up a Singleton in the actual class. That's a static. It's a static reference to the manager itself. So anytime we need access to this video manager in any class at all, we can call videomanager.singleton and we get that video manager object. Alright, so now that's it for the properties and fields. Now let's work on the constructor. So with video manager, we need to pass it the content manager, content, and a string for the directory. And I just call it dir for directory. Alright, and we set the content is equal to content. Content folder is equal to dir. Singleton is equal to this. Then player is equal to new video player. So we just initialize everything we have here. If you want to, you can initialize position is equal to vector 2.0 or whatever you want it to initialize to. Alright, so now we will have another method for public void load video. And we pass it the video asset and the position we want to have the video located on the screen. Alright, if the video is currently playing something, we want to override the status and actually stop the player from playing, load a different video, and start playing the new video. So if player.state is equal to mediastate.playing, closing parentheses, player.stop. So that'll stop the current video from playing, and then we load a different video. And we load a video by doing the content .load that we've been doing all this time, content.load, and it will be a video object. And then we pass it the content folder and then the asset name plus video asset. Once that's done, we need to set the position is equal to position. Alright, now we have control methods to where we call video manager.play or video manager.pause. We want to do the appropriate action. So public void play. And in the method body, let's do if active video does not equal to null. So we do have a video that we want to play. Player.play. And then we open in parentheses, and it wants a video to play. So we set it as active video. Closing parentheses and semicolon. A public void stop will do exactly as it says. Player.stop. Alright, now as I mentioned a few minutes ago, we need to have a way to display the video on the screen. A video is basically a series of images that goes on a frame rate, and it also has an audio track. Now the audio track will be going in the background. We do not have to do anything on that. But for displaying the video, we will have to have a draw method to go along with that. So we have a sprite batch. Normally we deal with sprite batch on 2D things. So we have sprite batch.draw. And to get the current texture, it's very simple. You call the player. Remember, the player is playing the video currently. And then that has a get texture method that we call. And that will get the current texture that we have on the video. And then we pass it the position. It's capital P position. And then color.white. Alright, so that's it for the video manager. Next up is the audio manager. So I hope to see you in the next tutorial.